Howdy, howdy. Alright, this is gonna be a hot take today. I'm a little late in the drama aspect of this, but I'm not here for the drama aspect. Um, Honestly, I can't be fucked to do this because me personally, I'm not that big in the whole VTuber space. Like, yeah, I watch VTubers, but I still don't see myself like like here, I'll do a list of who I watch as VTubers. We got Nimi, Nightmare. We got Neurosama if you want to consider her. Saba, uh, Chibi, Leaflet, Smug, uh, I don't know how to say her name, but I mainly watch her because she plays violin. Yurika Chi from Face Connect. She's like a panda. She does like live streams at like 1 in the morning for me, and it's usually violins, like remixing songs with violins like Lindsey Sterling. I thought that was pretty good content, and I think that's it. Yeah, and I don't buy merch. I don't do anything like that. So so that's why I don't consider myself a part of the community. But I've noticed, and even me, I consider me a JPEG. I don't consider me a. I'm a JPG. I'm a JPEG. Uh, Everything you see on the screen is generated by AI art. I'm gonna probably do a video on Rumble. This is probably going on both Rumble and YouTube, but I'm on Rumble now. It's a Rage the Gamer VT on Rumble. Um, when I try to search for it on mobile, it doesn't pop up, so I'm guessing I need a certain amount of videos. I got the Asmongold reaction on there. So I'm just gonna build up. I'm mainly only using Rumble when if YouTube is ever. It looks like they're going back on it, maybe, but they were about to go full on blocking. Not, which is funny because they have adult content on this fucking platform targeting kids, but yet they want to ban violent video games or what they deem violent video games to get monetized or even I don't know, put it in like a almost like another black hole, a shadow band, if you will. And I don't want my gaming career to die because they deem shooting an NPC in a video game is too violent. So yeah, we're just gonna go on Rumble with all our gaming content for now until they fix if they haven't really done anything yet, but they've talked about that being one of the big things. I think it's funny because right now, as it stands, the new wave is AI art or AI generated content, whether it be realistic, fake news, anything like anything that is generated with AI is the new wave at the moment, and it sucks because yeah, some of them are good, but that's also when one thing's good, everyone thinks they can do it, and then it gets oversaturated, and then your whole platform's ruined now. So I think they need to hurry up and fix it. If a good way for YouTube to fix the AI problem, any AI generated content, any, I don't care if it's music, video, whatever, any of it cannot be monetized, and that will cut almost 50% of people doing it. The only people that would do it are people that just want to remix songs to be like, what would it sound like in this style or whatever. Like all the like rap songs that are in like the 50s like blues and jazz style, those are fantastic. Um a couple other ones that do like rock music from like hip hop songs are pretty good also. But like yeah, just don't monetize it. And the people that if they want to make money, that they'll have to like plug a Patreon or something. Yeah, it is dumb. I don't know why YouTube is not really doing anything, it seems, to combat it. Honestly, I do think they need to combat it because if they don't, it will be overused way too much. And it will be the new norm where literally no one is creative anymore and they just rely on AI to be creative, which I do not think AI should be used for. AI should not be a tool used to make humans more lazy. We're already lazy enough if you're in the first world. But yeah, so the battle stuff, we're gonna watch this video. I don't really know the context, and I did not feel like fucking doing a whole 1 hour deep dive into what the fuck happened. I know Shondo. I don't know. We'll just watch the video. I know a little bit about the context, but I need something short so I can form an opinion on it. That's all this is my opinion.
The context. On October 21st, 2025, a male VTuber by the name of KyanVT posted a now-deleted tweet that briefly discussed the revolving discourse.
I'll go ahead and read it. Every year, male VTubers go through the same inferiority complex phase about how it's harder being a male VTuber. When you're all trying to be deep voice, merchant, cringe boys, no wonder you find it hard to stand out. Mm. Mm. I could see that argument, but from my experience, just diving into the VTuber world, a lot of females, when they're growing, and I'm not saying like it, all of them do this, but a good handful I've noticed, uh, rely on that, not really boyfriend experience, but like I don't know. You could call it playful flirting. I don't fucking know. They rely on that demographic of single men that think they have a shot, and then that's how they grow their career. And then sooner or later, they'll probably be like, "Yo, I'm not like that." Blah blah blah. And then they get like they rely on sexualization content, whether it be for their own character or whatever. And then when it starts getting out of hand, when you start growing bigger, like you get like a few 100,000 or whatever, and you're like, okay, that's not me. Why are y'all doing this? It's like you started your content off of this, and you never really addressed it, and you wonder why people are being creeps to you. Maybe stop sexualizing your content, and you won't have the freaks
Around male VTubers and how they may or may not be overshadowed by female VTubers, where Kai stated that the same male VTubers who complain about being overshadowed are the same.
And I only know, sadly, of two, Lord Athelstan, and the only reason I know him is because when I was watching Iron Mouse, her and Nanners were usually like the duo, and then Nanners started streaming with Lord Athelstan, and now I think they're together or something like that. But like Iron Mouse was my first VTuber, or to get into VTubing per se, but like get in the atmosphere. I think that's most of everyone's, if I'm going to be real. I know him, and I know who else? Yeah, that's the only one I know. See, and the problem is also is because since most VTubers are women avatars, a lot of male streamers use female avatars, and you know why they're doing it. Like,
Male VTubers who stay generic with the traditional e-boy persona. Kai would post a direct follow-up tweet where he states that those
fuck it, Meskov. The male VTuber problem stems from an obsession with getting female attention. Yes, that is true. But I mean, that's the same with titty streamers and all these like streamers that like put their OFs in the fucking links It's literally trying to feed off the lonely men that think they have a chance with an internet woman, which makes no sense. I know, but everyone, if you've been single for a long time, you start getting in that deep rabbit hole. Like, no need to act like people aren't fucking the same in some ways.
Male VTubers who complain about not having an audience are obsessed with trying to garner female attention and are, quote, weird, horny freaks. This would.
Oh, hold on. I thought he was going to read all of it. Any popular VTuber has a good split of female and male audiences because their content is mostly neutral. They both hit markets. Yet male VTubers only tend to have only small female audiences, but you're bottlenecking yourself because you can't stop being a weird, horny freak. Okay, I don't get this last part. I do agree with him with this. Yeah, I would say it's like the default problem, but it's a problem on Twitch regardless. It don't matter if you're a VTuber or not. It's a problem. That's the streaming problem.
Are obsessed with trying to garner female attention and are, quote, weird, horny freaks. This would be met with general negativity, with many individuals.
I wouldn't say negative. It's like calling a spade. Like, it's just he went a little aggro on like calling people freaks.
Individuals calling Kai out for allegedly being misandrist, a person who is prejudicial against men, and pointing out the irony in his.
Oh, we're gonna get into that
Statement by showcasing thirst trap posts made by him.
Okay, now I see why people. Now, see, this is what I mean. Don't sexualize me. Continues to sexualize themselves.
Though this would resolve itself fairly quickly, this would be one of many posts that helped kickstart the male VTuber discourse again, which fell in tangent to the ongoing.
Men and women in this streaming space all do it. It is so crazy to me. Not, I wouldn't say all of them, but most, a good 70 to 75% of streamers in the space do this.
Discourse around male content creators in general, when Emiru, a female content creator, accused Miskiff of abuse.
Oh yeah, so it's the Emiru stuff is crazy. I didn't want to talk about it, but the whole TwitchCon thing where she basically almost got essayed on stage at a meet and greet. And Twitch didn't do anything really to stop it or prevent it. And then a few days later, then she started leaking all her messages with her ex-boyfriend and stuff, and like how wild he was and abusive and stuff. And oh my god, I think that opened Pandora's box. A lot of people love fucking making content about this, like with the whole Cinder drama with Bao and like, all this other stuff. I couldn't care. I'm gonna be real. I couldn't care. This, I just don't think. I don't know. For me, it feels yucky reacting to it. So that's why I probably would never react to this shit. Because it is so disgusting. Not her, but like the situation. And I feel bad for her. That she had to put up with that for that long. Like abusive stuff, there's something in me that I don't like.
Abuse and predatory behavior in and outside of their relationship of 7 years, to which a division in the community between those who believed Miskiff was guilty and those who believed Miskiff was innocent occurred. Bao's tweet. On October 26,
this is the Bao situation. And that word that he mentioned earlier. This. I'm going to have a deep discussion about this.
2025, indie VTuber Bao would make a post on Twitter where she warned smaller female.
If you're an up and coming female content creator, note this, up and coming, with a small but growing audience and a much larger and successful male content creator approaches you out of nowhere and showers you with attention on streams, in DMs, etc. Don't walk, run. I want to see if he mentions
male content creators to stay away from larger male content creators who essentially love bombed these smaller creators by showering them with attention. While Bao's message was generally taken as a valid positive take in her replies, fair amount of individuals found that her emphasis on the genders was a highly questionable and misandrous move, as the message comes off as
This tweet, I agree, was poorly worded. Yes, she's right, but it's not a female male thing. It is literally a bigger content creator interacts with a smaller content creator, because there have been both sides of this actually happening. We have seen this multiple times. Yes, it happens more with male to females, but that's because there are way more male streamers, not male VTubers, male streamers that do this. Because they do, there's like, if we do, I wanna do an analytic, whether it be on Twitch, Kick, whatever. I want to see how many streamers are male on their platform versus how many female streamers are on their platform. I guarantee there's more males trying to do streaming than there are females.
Generalizing male content creators in a negative way. This would cause a pretty big Twitter war, with those against Bao emphasizing that Bao should have made her message neutral by not emphasizing genders, and those supporting Bao stating that those who have an issue with Bao's message.
That one was just poorly worded. I'm gonna be real. I didn't think she was misandrous or whatever. That statement wasn't supposed to be taken that way, but then if he explains, then that's when I changed.
May be a part of the problem itself. This would have been a smaller controversy in general. However, Bao would make a brief statement on Twitch regarding the drama, where she essentially doubled down on her statement and called out.
So the double downing, literally all she had to do, is be like, "Oh yeah, I poorly misworded it, my bad, but you get my point." That's all she had to say. Literally one sentence. And this would not have been as big as it is.
Out those who had an issue with her.
Do I think this would affect her career? No, just like the whole center thing didn't affect her career. I've seen that she had like 1K or something on Twitch watching her again. So literally it did nothing. Nothing. Like, and I know Bao led not really led the charge, but like, let's be real, it was a Bao versus Cinder thing. And I don't know if her plan was to try to keep her away from coming back, but oh my god. Like, honestly, people need to stop giving people so much, like, I don't know. That situation is so fucking weird to me. I'm gonna be real. That's why the whole VTubing drama shit does nothing for me. This one is more real life drama in my eyes than fucking someone telling their artist to not work with this person and yada yada yada, and like it was so stupid.
Message and called her a misandrist. This would be met with outlash from a decent portion of the VTubing community, with many being disappointed that Bao doubled down rather than.
Okay, this one from some partner, Nika Ashi. I don't know. It's not hard to have someone show empathy and think for a second, you know what? Maybe I could see how I poorly worded this, yes. And why so many decent people are kind of conflicted or upset about it. I'm sorry, guys, I didn't mean that. Even mine was shorter. It wasn't incredibly toxic people criticizing her for the most part. Most of her upset saying, I get what she's saying, but it really just thinking. And she's calling out people balding, predatory, etc. I think one of the things is so much egotistic. Oh my god, yeah, everyone has an ego. You need an ego for streaming, I'm gonna be real. Cause fuck, it is so fucking toxic. The streaming atmosphere, when you start getting in the whole cliques and everything, oh my god, everyone got a fucking ego. And unadulterated narcissism to a person accountability feels worse than death for some people. I understand her point in the post. I do too. I think literally everyone does. It was just literally labeling female male was the wrong thing to do. Though, yeah, it's definitely unnecessarily finger pointed. I don't mind it though, and I get it. We all have our own personal biases and experiences, but definitely not on our side anymore. Lamau, talk about insufferable. Oh my god. And then when, literally as simple as, sorry guys, I didn't mean to make a blanket statement about content creators or male creators. I'll be more careful about my wording going forward. But no, she had a pirate software herself on this pointless hill. And then Nevin, you don't get to generalize men and then cry about being called a misandrist. If you throw the punch, don't play the victim.
Apologizing for, or even correcting, her message to avoid generalization, and is choosing to deflect instead of taking accountability. One specific individual, Zelius, made a short video on Twitter where they even pointed out a message on Bao's Discord server, where she designates Cinder's community.
It's mostly power pups and grifters, so nothing different than the past 5 months for me. Proud of Bao, they blocked out his name. Proud of Bao for talking, not happy for Twitter talking back. Bruh, if you're gonna make a stupid post on the internet, don't be surprised when people fucking call you out. Like, that's the whole point of social media, is to socialize. If you got a dumbass take, people are gonna tell you it's a dumbass take. Don't tweet it. That's simple. That's why I don't use Twitter, man. I do not use it. I deleted it. Oh, I didn't delete my profile, but like I deleted the app. I have to manually, if I ever want to use Twitter, I have to go on Google and type in the letter X and then go pull up my fucking information login. I do not use that shit anymore. I have not used it for a long time. I think I've used it once, probably like this year, just to like be like, hey, I posted this video or something like that. Like the default, just click share on Twitter to see if that will give me more engagement or not. He said, I hate to see that this is what you mean to say to your peers while you remember you have male fans. We'll get into that. When they giving you charitability. If you take this much issue being called a misandrist, then stop surrounding yourself with yes men and make your point clear, idiot.
As the one speaking out against her. Shando's tweet. During the backlash of Bao
we'll quickly go through the Shando thing, but then we'll hop back on the Bao
statement on Twitch, an individual by the name of Flocky VT would make a post calling out Bao.
I am convinced that this woman has one of the most interested and stronger honey traps in the place. Yeah, that's the word, honey traps. A lot of people do this, and it ain't. I don't even think Bao is technically one. Well, kinda. We'll get into why, but like a lot of up and coming female ones, mostly like I want to say less than like 100 viewers on average. A lot of them growing, and it ain't even just Twitch, it's everywhere. A lot of them could be considered honey traps. We'll see if he explains what honey traps is. If he doesn't, I will. Twice she has done rather horrible things just this year, and twice people without a brain line up to play a shield, doubling down on her sexism, and y'all lap it up like ice cream in July.
Stating that, as a result of Bao's alleged honey traps, a manipulation technique that uses romantic or sexual relationships to obtain information or resources.
Yes, he said it. Okay, good. So basically, it's like not the boyfriend experience, but like sexualizing yourself or character. I'm gonna be real. A lot of people probably think they are these characters in real life. Not to say these two aren't, but you get my point. A lot of them give that honey trap fucking getting me money and blah blah blah. Like and I don't know why people subject themselves to it. I really don't. Maybe I know the value of money and I'm not that well off that like I would fall for this. I mean, I've been single for God, I don't even know how long now. But yeah, it's I just don't get it. I'm gonna be real. I don't.
Bao was able to
guess my
stay
brain ain't
successful
wired that
as a
way.
VTuber, despite controversies in the
Fall for
past.
these.
A VTuber by the name of Shondo would, in turn, call Flocky a groomer. This
Yeah, like this is not funny. Or I think she states that this was British humor. It's not. Literally, this is the problem with what's happening in America right now. Is that people are using fascists and everything to label the right side of politics, and now fascism literally is losing the definition and meaning. Or they throw around Nazi so much that now no one, like kids growing up now, would think the right was the Nazis now because of how much we have overused the word. And like this is predatory, like to underage kids, I think. If I'm not mistaken, that's what a groomer is. Or at least predatory to someone younger than you or something like that. I'm not sure, but throwing that is not a joke. I'm gonna be real. In any case, it is not. Calling someone a pedo, it like if you start making that normal, then oh my god, people get away with so much.
This would spark massive controversy against Shondo, as many believe that not only was this groomer claim unwarranted, but
Yeah, and I think a lot of people in our own community were fucking pissed at this. Not really pissed, but like disappointed that she said this because she has before been outed. Like, why are you using a lolly or like a little girl avatar and you're saying like sexual stuff, etc., etc., and people are accusing her of being one also. And a lot of people had to defend her, including people not from her content creation. Like, people that just watch clips would be like, yeah, this is not... Like, a lot of people had to defend her because Twitter was going wild on her one year. I forget what year it was.
it was also ironic, given that Shondo was constantly accused of being a groomer.
Yeah. I shouldn't have to remind you of how often you and your fans basically get called pedophiles, nor how many female VTubers prey on lonely men for their money. Yes, a lot of them do.
Herself in the past. Many would call her out for this reply, to which she would post an apology on October.
Yeah, she did an apology, and then I think she's in the hospital for some kind of medical issue, which is kind of sad because I know a lot of people are like, oh, she's just using this as like a shield, but it's like, nah, she's not.
30th, claiming that her statement was, quote, British humor, and that while she
yeah, that's not British humor, I'm gonna be real,
was numb to internet hate, she didn't realize that many others, quote, haven't really reached that point yet. She would apologize for fanning the flames and reiterates that she isn't a misandrist. The response was generally negative, as the idea of calling someone a groomer being British humor didn't really sit well with many people. It would also turn out that Sean...
Yeah, honestly, she probably should just sent the dude that she called a groomer a private DM and be like, yo, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to tell you that way. It was supposed to be a joke. That's it. That could have handled behind. That's the problem. Twitter gives you an option to literally private message people, and that's all you have to fucking do. Like, why is everything public? You're putting everything on public. When literally almost 80% of these dramas and like problems that people have with each other can be handled privately. It's so fucking stupid.
Shondo would dig a deeper hole for herself, as she would reply to a comment where she apologized for, quote, saying the quiet part out loud.
And then back to double downing. Oh, man.
Implying that she still stood by her original groomer comment and was in fact doubling down, to which many more individuals called her out on. As of this video, Shondo's statements have been deleted, with screenshots acting as an archive of these statements. Flocky would also mention how Shondo would...
They delete it. People can take your tweets and save it. They can take a picture. It's so stupid. Oh my god. Deleting it doesn't mean anything. Once you put it out, it is over. Once you put it out, you better stand by it.
Was apologizing to her fans, rather than Flocky himself, as he would point out how one of Shondo's replies implies that her apology wasn't warranted, and mentioned how Shondo never reached out privately for any attempt at a...
Yeah. Literally, it doesn't even have to be her. It could be, I don't know if she has a fucking manager, but it could literally be your manager.
Direct apology.
If she's too scared to own up to what she said and just fucking private message this guy. Hell, private message him, send him the sorry chat GPT thing, and then just fucking block him or whatever. I don't fucking know. That's simple. That's all you have to do.
As of this video, the male VTuber and content creator discourse continues to be held, with the primary focus shifting towards predatory behavior and harassment from both male and female content creators. Bao and Shonda would continue to get criticism, so we'll see if anything new arises from either of them. As with all my previous videos,
Alright, we'll go back to the male thing. This was not supposed to be as big as it is, because we're gonna watch another video today. Talked about the experiences of the male thing. Content creators, when they're bigger, usually, not all of them, usually raid smaller upcoming streamers. And I think that is the best thing for people to do, because I'm gonna be real. It is literally an almost impossible grind to fucking... unless you have that unnatural fucking funniness to you, and like you got the right connections or whatever, or you just know what is trending on that day of that week or that month or whatever, and being the first to do it and setting the trend for others to do it, you will not grow easily. I wouldn't say I've been doing YouTube content religiously, but I have started since 2013. I have literally played on my Xbox, put a fucking iPad on a bar stool chair, recording at my screen, doing fucking like just content. That shit was cringe. I deleted it. I didn't really delete it. I unlisted it. No one can watch it. But yeah, like I knew nothing about content creation when I was growing up. I'm gonna be real. And then around COVID, or not really around COVID, in between COVID and like 2018, like 2018 2020, then I started doing content again, but I was mainly just doing clips or whatever live stream I did that day or whatever. And then I don't really get into Twitch that much. I'm gonna be real. I was a Mixer user. I hate that fucking Microsoft ruined Mixer. Mixer was such a good thing for Microsoft. Honestly, Mixer was probably a better avenue for revenue than fucking buying Activision Blizzard was. So yeah, fuck Microsoft. But yeah, that's what I was doing, and I was getting literally almost 100 average viewers monthly on Mixer. That is way more than even now with a Twitch. Like if I go on Twitch right now, like I won't get any viewers throughout the whole stream. YouTube, I actually get some, but don't be afraid to comment, by the way, on YouTube. I can see y'all are watching. Like I see the viewer count go up. So don't be afraid to just say hi or whatever. If you don't want me to say your name, just tell me. I don't mind. I know I'm a lurker too. I like to lurk. I don't chat. So just throw down a hi from time to time if you don't mind. But yeah. Anyway, I wouldn't even say male for me. I'm just a lazy content creator. If you want to call me lazy, it's fine. Like I want by 2026. I really want to like fucking get on the whole YouTube grind set. But now with the whole YouTube thing being an issue for like gaming and anime and whatever, I need to start branching avenues. So we got the Twitch, we got the Kick, we got the fucking Rumble. So my main priority is still YouTube at this moment. And we will see where it goes. But yeah. What else? Yeah, with the bow thing, Double Downing ruined it, and Triple Down. I think he, if I'm not mistaken, she went deeper with this, with some kind of fucking Japanese art company. Uh, and then she labeled that in one of the clips that I saw that she said something like she was engagement farming or something like that, and like, no, we know she let her mask slip. I don't think she's a misandrist, like she doesn't hate men, but I think she, whether it be past experience or whatever, she definitely agrees with this 100%. She agrees that this happens when in reality it's remove these two words and it's just a more larger successful content creator approaches a smaller one, because I've noticed it a lot. And I'm gonna be real, the over sexualization in the VTuber fucking world is so fucking to me. I'm gonna be real. It is so fucking way too much, and like I don't fucking care. I'm gonna be real. I do not care. That's just me. It's popular. I'm gonna be real. It's popular. The sexualization stuff is on the internet is so fucking overdone. Everyone fucking does it. All right, we're gonna get to the next video. This guy explains
Male VTubers.
about male VTubers. I've seen this a long time ago, but I thought this was fitting for the Bao situation, and he has a better recollection of what happened.
Disgusting. Nah, I'm just kidding. A little while back, 3 years or so, I made a video talking about whether I thought that the male VTuber debuff existed. Now, I've gained a lot of experience as a male VTuber since then, so it felt right to do a follow-up video on whether or not I've changed my mind. In that first video, I said that I thought that there was no male VTuber debuff at the beginner and mid levels of streaming, and possibly only a debuff at the very highest levels. I had that opinion because I noticed that there were many examples of femme VTubers that I thought were outstanding that underperformed. And although I didn't really state it out loud at the time, other examples of male VTubers that I thought had a following way bigger than what their entertainment value merited. Basically, I saw underrated female VTubers and overrated male VTubers, and to me that meant that there was probably no male VTuber debuff. That was 2021 me. He's dead now. What do I think in 2024? I think that there is a debuff.
And this is outdated, mind you. So I wonder what he really thinks in 2025.
But it's mostly a passive one, not some kind of evil conspiracy out to screw us over. Imagine that you have the ability to view perfect information about the current VTuber audience. Completely accurate stats about every single person in the world right now that watches VTuber content at least once a week. I'd be willing to bet a hundo that the total audience tend to skew heavily towards male, maybe about 70% even. That audience was introduced.
Nah. I literally just list you all I watch. Not one male. I know Lord Aethelstan. That's the only male I know of. I don't know any male-driven VTubers.
To VTubing,
they're designed to look male too.
Femme VTubers, keys in an eye, etc., etc. This leads to the first thing that I've learned over the last 3 years. Content consumers are very, very picky. A person hops on YouTube to watch your videos or your streams on topic A. It is almost impossible to get them to watch your video that you made about topic B.
Yeah, literally shorts, I think, ruined fucking like the whole TikTok thing ruined fucking people's minds. Like people cannot maintain attention spans anymore.
Only want A from you. Even if they like topic B, they've already got a guy for topic B. You're their topic A YouTuber, and you're gonna stay that way. The current VTuber audience as a whole heavily favors watching femme VTubers. That's why they got into the niche, and it's borderline impossible to get them to switch. But it's not because they hate dudes or something. This is just a general quirk about viewers, content consumers. There's probably even a sizable chunk of VTuber fans that enjoy watching male streamers, but they prefer facecam streamers and not VTubers for that. And there's
Male, I mean, if you consider Beetle, but he uses Eternal Model. I mainly watch like Neurosama, not for Neuro and Evil, But for the whole family dynamic of Vito, Nero, and Evil, that's the only reason I watch. I'm gonna be real. Without Vito, I don't think I would watch Nero Sama as much as I do. I literally watch Nero Sama other than like Tuesdays, Thursdays, because I think that's mainly their like they just sit and talk to chat. But like Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Mondays, even Sundays, if he does some content on a Sunday, I will watch. So like every other day of the week except for Wednesday and Thursday.
There's nothing wrong with that. People shouldn't be judged about having preferences. Let people like what they like in peace. So where does that leave us?
And that's how I do my content. I just upload whatever I want, whatever I like playing. Cause that's why you see sometimes a lot of Baldur's Gate runs, but like I don't finish a run because literally I love that game so much, but I cannot invest almost 100 hours to finishing every single run that I have.
Or homeless VTubers in 2024. Real talk. If you come into VTubing with the intention of building a viewer base of people who already know and like VTubers, you're gonna have a bad time. I mean, think about it. That means your target audience is someone who already has a favorite VTuber. It's gonna take.
That's why I think engagement in the VTubing world, or like bigger streamers raid smaller VTubers. Like for example, Vito does. Usually he raids some upcoming VTuber, and like I've stayed and watched them, and sometimes I even go back. Like I think he rated Jumi or whatever. It's like a clown female VTuber. She's funny, fucking hilarious. And I usually go back and watch her content. When like Vito's not streaming, or like I'm just lazy one day, or like Vito ended and I'll just go watch Jumi. Like there's a lot of content creators that do that too. And like that's how you get engagement, is because people don't know if you're actually good or funny or whatever. And then when you get rated into, then people try a little harder. At least some people do. Not all.
So much time and energy to convert them over
Not to
to
say
your
he's
camp.
the only one. Like, there's a lot of people that do that. He's just an example.
Even if you manage to do it, it won't feel good. At least it wouldn't feel good to me. The better mindset is to find someone out there who either has no idea what a VTuber is, or even someone who knows but dislikes VTubers, and make that person into your fan because you're just that entertaining. That way, that fan will be way, way, way more loyal than someone who's already out there in the VTuber space just shopping around, right? It makes sense. Here's another piece of advice. Think of something that you're obsessed about, preferably one that doesn't already have a VTuber associated with it, and make funny, entertaining videos and streams about that topic. It could be
that's the problem with the content creation. Everyone thinks you need to be funny. Not everyone, like, humor is subjective. Like, some people might find dark humor way more funny than wholesome humor or shitty humor or dad jokes, etc. Humor is such a different realm. And some people watch informative content. Some people watch cooking content. Some people watch fucking news, politics, etc., etc. Like, content is so valuable. I think the best thing to do for content creation, do whatever you want to do. And if you're with an org, then I don't know. I guess do whatever they say for you to do. But like, if you're growing, just do whatever the fuck you want to do. Because I'm gonna be real. It's better to enjoy what you do than trying to worry about growing.
Playable video game with a small but dedicated audience. Some kind of hobby like woodworking, or a subgenre of hentai that people are super into for some reason, like moth girls or orcs. I don't know. The number one mistake that I see new VTubers make is copying the people in the big leagues. They did not get to their size by doing the thing that they're doing right now. Think of your favorite VTuber and do a little digging. I bet you they did something very, very specific, like getting to Grandmaster in Overwatch or ASMR or something else like that.
Yeah, he's talking about like pick a genre and stick to it. I don't think I have one. I mean, I've been doing a lot of Baldur's Gate, but I wouldn't say that's my drama, or like because I did a lot of Street Nova, and I don't even play that game anymore. I do a lot of Counter-Strike off stream, but I'm just so bad now that I don't feel like streaming it. What else? Yeah, I just do gaming content. I don't really have a genre. I probably need to stick to one, but like I said, I do content for just what I want to do. I'm gonna be real. This is the first time I'm doing something that's like somewhat not me, which is the whole bowel drama thing.
To get to where they are now. You look at them doing variety streaming right now, but variety streaming is a trap for growing streamers. Hell, even Jerma started out making Team Fortress 2 videos. Ludwig was a Smash Brothers Andy, you know, stuff like that, and so on. I believe that you are an interesting person and that other people out there will find you interesting as well. Just play to your strengths and think about what you genuinely enjoy and obsess about, and I guarantee you that there are at least a couple million people out there that would love to hear you yap about it. Oh, one last thing. I said that the male VTuber debuff was mostly a passive one. Mostly. I'm going to be honest with you. There is a tiny but intense group of people out there that seem to really hate male VTubers. They probably hate on male VTubers more than they actually watch their favorite, which is kind of crazy.
I've noticed that, and because a lot of people, when Nimi Nightmare announced that she was getting married, or so, I think she was announced that she's getting engaged or something. A lot of people were freaking out. And also, they were freaking out because there was no male, like, VTubers that she was collabing with ever. And people were calling out, be like, oh, so this is why, yada, yada, yada. And like, it was so bad. And it's like, this is why I ignore VTuber communities. I only watch the content. That's it. I do not socialize. Because I don't know which. I think every community is toxic in some way. Every community has some sort of toxicity. It is impossible. Mostly when you're huge, it's impossible to police that shit.
To me. When I got into this space, I didn't even know that they existed. I was just a fan, you know, from the OGs of the pre-streaming era to the big corpos of today. Running into them gave me quite a shock because I don't really hang out in the community spaces of my hobbies. I just kind of enjoy it in a vacuum. Anyway, if you're a male VTuber and things are going pretty well, you will probably run into these people eventually. I do not think that these people represent VTuber fans. I would advise that you ignore them and you keep doing your best to entertain your true fans, the ones that find you interesting. I do not think that these haters represent a real male VTuber debuff. They're just a potential stumbling block if you give them too much attention and create unnecessary drama for your community to worry about. So make your space a fun and exciting place and kick out the bad eggs. Don't even feel bad about it. See it as...
Yeah. He's just basically saying like police CRA content. Yeah. I'm gonna give a link to these two videos. Give them a support and follow. With the bell shit. My overall take is that what she said in her mind was the truth, nothing but the truth. Do I think she's a misandrist? Partly. I do think she does see as male content creators bad for some reason, mostly the bigger ones. But that's probably just personal experience or just her overall theory. But yeah, it's whatever. Honestly, it ain't gonna hurt her career. Just like the whole Cinder thing, I already called it. Wasn't gonna hurt her career. These people grew their community off of something that's honey trappy. All of them do, starting, and it's those that, for some reason, want to be seen as piggy banks for these. Not even just female, just these content creators. I don't know why. Maybe they like it. Maybe they get a hit off of it. Maybe it's a dopamine effect. I don't know. But do I believe in what she said? Oh yes, most doubtedly it happens. Do I believe it's a female to male thing? No. It is. Her mask slipped. Let's just say that her mask slipped that day, and one misworded tweet that probably was her intrusive thoughts actually came in the light, and a lot of people have problems with it. Do I think people will cancel her? I'm gonna be real. They'll cancel for anything, but I don't think there'll be enough people to back a full revolt. Unless someone comes out and drops a Google Docie about their experiences with Bao, and like that she secretly did this to like other up and coming content creators, then maybe. But other than that, no. I don't see this affecting her career at all. I don't these most of these dramas are literally what I would consider like high school fucking drama. A lot of them are. And literally 80%, maybe even less, like 75% of these dramas can be handled in like private DMs or just letting their managers talk for them, or literally fact checking their tweets before they'd be like, maybe like send a friend or whatever a tweet to be like, hey, should I post this? And their friend be like, yeah, no, probably not. And they'd be, oh, okay. And then boom, problem never happened. But a lot of people don't think that way. They treat social media like something that they can just use like to get something off their mind. But like I said, if it's a dumbass take, people are gonna call it a dumbass take. That's how social media works. But if you like and subscribe, follow on all the platforms. Give these two content creators a like. And yeah, I will see y'all later. Peace.